What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back to Access to Wealth. I'm your girl, Kamitra Atkinson. What's going on, good people? I hope all is well with everybody today. We are going to have a conversation today about gratitude. A lot of people struggle with this, and myself included sometimes. We have a tendency to not remember to be grateful for a lot of things. And one of the main keys to manifesting things in your life and getting the life that you want is to be grateful for the things that you already have. I have a gratitude box. It's one of the little pencil boxes. I meant to bring it but somewhere else, but I have a gratitude box, and it's one of the little school box, that you put pencils in or whatever. But I took something and wrote gratitude box on the top. Every single morning that I get up, I write down what I am thankful for on an index card, and I put it inside this gratitude box. Right now, my gratitude box is pretty full. Most of the time, after a certain, once it gets pretty full, which I need to do now, I will usually burn it. A lot of people have gratitude journals that they write down in a notebook every single day what they are grateful for. But I prefer to put mine in the box on an index card, and then I will burn it at a given time. And for me, I know that our ancient ancestors had different, methods, rituals, whatever you want to call it. But one thing that they believed in was burning items and giving it back to the universe, giving it back to that higher source, whatever you want to call that. So I burn mine and give it back to the universe. We have a tendency to complain a lot, myself included. Yesterday morning, I don't know what came over me, but I woke up and I was in complain mode about things that needed to be taken care of. I didn't get this done. I didn't get that done. And my wonderful, wonderful husband was looking at me and was like, it's going to be okay. You not being grateful right now. So sometimes we need that little push to remind ourselves to be grateful. We find ourselves complaining about our job, about our car, about our house. Let me tell you something, people. If you can't be thankful for that piece of bucket car that you got right now, even if it's a bucket, you better ride that thing like it's a brand new chariot. Okay, and be grateful for it. If it's getting you back and forth to work, or take your children to daycare, whatever the case is, somebody did not wake up today. Okay, and you should just be grateful that you get to see another day, because everybody cannot say that. So we find ourselves on this little journey of complaining about things, and we really have to tune in back to our inner self to remember to be grateful even for the little things that we have. I always say that your worst day is somebody else's a best day for somebody else. For instance, I have an associate of mine, and it's crazy how you be around people and you never know their story. But I have an associate of mine, and she shared something with me a couple weeks ago. She told me that she was in one of the towers on 9/11 when it hit. I asked her the story. She told me the story. I got goosebumps, and it just made me be grateful. Like, I never woke up to a day like that. And she just, walked me through the day, what happened. She just said she remembers seeing, she was an IT tech and did IT for billionaires. And just remember seeing, how, some men and women are with that kind of money. They prestigious, they carry themselves a certain way, and they were broken down to just tears and just trying to live. And I remember asking her, how does she feel? And she said, I didn't feel. She said, I was trying to live. She said, you don't have a feeling at that time. She said, I remember being in the stairwell after hit. She said, you couldn't even tell anybody's identity because we all were just covered in soot. And she said, I was just trying to get out of the building and just trying to live. You don't really think. She said, and when I came out of the building, she said it was even worse because there were dead bodies all over the street. She said to the point to where, paramedics and stuff were trying to help, and it was so many bodies in the street. They were literally accidentally running over bodies in the street just to try to get to other people. And I have another associate of mine that lived through Hurricane Katrina. Again, you never know people's story. And she, sat and told me her story as well. She knows who she is. Hey. But she told me her story as well. And said she just remembered just a normal day, sitting outside doing what she does on a normal day, and heard this loud boom, and said she looked up and saw nothing but water. Like it was going to touch the clouds, just nothing but water. She lost everything. She was pregnant at the time. I believe she said 7 or 8 months, was pregnant at the time. The trauma caused her to almost lose her life, giving birth to her baby. It was a very traumatic time for her, and she lost her house. She lost her and her family lost everything. And again, she was just trying to live. People, you don't know what somebody else has been through. We wake up and complain. I had to check myself after hearing these two individuals, my associates, talk about this. I had to check myself because I, could be complaining about the simplest things. And I can't tell that story because I didn't live through that. And you talking about a bad day? You talking about your job that you hate and the car that you drive and you don't have this and have that? Can you wake up and tell that story that you went through that? Be grateful, because your worst day is a day that somebody wishing that they had to call that day to say that it was their best day. All right? I heard this on a documentary I was watching. I forgot what it was, but it was talking about we should even be grateful for bills. I know you're looking at me like, But once they talked about it, it made sense. We complain when our bills come in. Light bill, water bill, rent, mortgage, whatever the bill is, car note, insurance, whatever. But they broke it down and was basically saying you should be grateful for the service that you got. Your lights are still on. You should be grateful for the bill that came, that your light's still on, and that you are able to pay it. Be grateful for the service that was provided. That was a hard pill for me to swallow because, honey, when Bill come around, nobody likes Bill. You don't like Bill. I don't like Bill. Nobody likes Bill. So that was a hard, but it made sense. It made really, really good sense to me, like to be grateful. And sometimes I'll catch myself and I'll get a light bill or something. And I'm saying, you know what? I'm not going to complain. I'm grateful that I had lights this month. And even more, I'm so grateful that for the service. And I'm grateful that I am able to pay it. All right? Be grateful for your gifts and talents. That is one of the gratitudes I write down every time I write my gratitudes down. I am grateful for my gifts and I am grateful for my talents. I stand on the foundation of if you don't use it, you lose it. Okay? And everybody has gifts and talents. Be grateful for your gifts and talents and use them to manifest the life that you want. We talked about that before. If you in that dead-end job right now, you just use that to help manifest your dreams, to use your gifts and talents. That's what you use it for. So my question is to you is, have you said what you are grateful for today? Have you said thank you today to God, Allah, the universe, but whatever, that higher source, whatever that is for you? Have you said thank you today? Are you grateful today? So that concludes today's episode of Access to Wealth. Remember to be grateful for everything because, again, you never know what somebody else has been through. Your worst day might be somebody's best day. So be grateful. Write down your gratitudes and say what you are grateful for every day. That is a major key to manifesting your blessings that you want in your life. And then, people, again, don't make me say it by myself. You know what we gonna say. Man, this life is good. Prosperity, abundance, and wealth is knocking at your door. It's up to you to let them in. Peace.